Hey guys, welcome back for another video. So I think we're up to number 4 now on the series of the Bittersweet project. And today what I'm going to show you is a few clips that I took over the course of a couple of days, doing a lot of cleanup around the property. Really a lot of work with my Kubota tractor and the root grapple, which I've mentioned before is just absolutely a priceless implement. Don't know what I'd do without that thing. Lots of cleanup. Got a big fire at the end where I've kind of get a lot of this, anything that's wood pretty much that I thought would burn went in the pile. And had a big bonfire, and at the end you'll see I've got the farm pretty well cleaned up and I'm about ready to move into the house and actually start construction. So I appreciate you guys watching. Enjoy. So there was this big box in the corner here, and I was afraid this is probably what's inside here. Just piles of garbage bags that the mice have all eaten through, so it's just a big pile of loose trash now. Wonderful. All right, so we got a relatively calm day here, which is pretty rare. Wind always blows here. So I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can get this pile burned off today. All right, that's some pretty good dry wood. It's rained the last 2 or 3 days, but still that stuff is so old and dry, and the branches that are in there are real dead. But got the garden hose over here just in case anything gets squirrely. I think we'll be just fine. It's hot. I just been soaking down with the garden hose this wooden shed that's next door here. Just a little extra precaution. Well, there's what's left. The next morning, it was kind of smoldering yesterday when I left, so I just let it smolder overnight. It's pretty well out. Still a little bit of smoldering there in the middle, but pretty well burned up. Got obviously some steel in there, a couple old mattress mattress springs, and then looks like there was I think it was a trampoline that was in there. I knew those were in there, but I wasn't gonna try to fish all those pipes out of there. So I'll just grab that steel out of there with the grapple, and then the rest of it, I'll let, I don't know, I actually thought about digging a hole and burying some of this stuff, but it isn't too much, so I'll probably just throw it in the trailer and bring it to the landfill. But the pile is gone. All right, so after the fire, this is what we ended up with: steel. We got a couple of mattress springs in there. There's a frame of an old trampoline. I've got a couple other odds and ends I started throwing in here too, but got some steel in there. Got the garage pretty well cleaned out. I need to get rid of a few more things in here, but pretty much all the junk's gone. So this is looking a lot better in here. Maybe not on camera, but in person, it's much better than it was. And I apologize, it's really windy today. So I said the other day that when I had that halfway calm day, I wanted to take advantage and get burning, because the wind always blows here in the Midwest. But here in this shed, I've got this really pretty good shape in here. I've got these tiles. These are 32-inch square tiles, and I'm not sure what I'm going to do with those things yet, but there's like 100 and I don't know, I think there's like 120 square feet, something like that. So I just might try to use those in the house somewhere. I hate to throw them away, because I'm sure if you went to buy those things would be expensive. But anyway, this shed's a lot better. I've got I think this is pretty sure this is the roof off an old pop-up camper, and I need to get that thing cut into a couple pieces so I can get that on the trailer. So that's still sitting there, and then I'll get all this smoothed out and leveled in here so it'll look good. And I'll just show you real quick. I did get there was this pile out here that I was digging out of. I dug on that a little bit yesterday. There was a bunch of nails in there. I can tell they've been burning right there in the middle of the yard for years. So I dug that up and got the nails out of there. And then I'll show you the burn pit back here. All right, so there's what we ended up with for that burn pile. Oh, I can see that I missed a small mattress spring there. I'll pull that out. So there's a few odds and ends of steel in there, but for the most part, that thing burned down to nothing. What I'm gonna do, I think, rather than load all this up, so there's a million nails in here. And then I also have that spot I think I showed you I was digging on, where when they apparently pulled out lath and plaster out of the house, they just piled a bunch of crap over there, and there's a million nails in that too. So I think what I'm gonna do is, there's a low spot here already. I'm actually gonna take the tractor and I'm gonna see if I can dig this out and kind of dig myself a hole here, and then I'll bury the leftovers that's all full of nails and garbage in there. Tractor's not the best tool for digging, but stay tuned if you want to see how the B2601 can dig. I'll show you here coming up in the next video or two. So anyway, big progress. I've gotten rid of a lot of junk here. I've been to the landfill. Well, what I didn't show you is I've actually been in the house, and like every house that I buy, there's always a bunch of stuff in the basement that I had to get rid of, which is always fun. So I've been emptying out the basement, and I've got for the most part, I got stuff out of the basement too. The sun's bright this morning. So between the basement and everything I've got out here, I've made 4 trips to the landfill now. And I figure by the time I pull out the carpet out of the house, the laminate flooring, and I'm gonna do tear some other stuff out. I'll probably fill that trailer one more time. So making progress. I'm getting pretty close now to turning my sights to the house, and I'm gonna do I think I'm gonna start on the outside maybe a little bit. I wanna make sure that I need to do some stuff with the porches, and I wanna make sure that's ready to go. So when my siding guy comes, I've got everything done for him, and he can just wrap it up, and I don't have to do anything else outside. So if you're interested in seeing the next steps, well, A couple things coming on. If you want to see me dig that hole with the B2601, make sure you follow. And getting ready to actually start in the actual demo of the house. And I've got, I'm going to do more work in this house than I originally planned. I'm going to be taking down several walls, moving some walls around, adding a bathroom, and there's going to be additional work than what I had originally planned on that I think is going to really add a lot of value to this house. So anyway, appreciate you guys watching. Do me a big favor, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to my channel, and we'll see you on the next video.